What's up, people? I am back for another video. Today we're gonna be breaking down the Jurassic World trailer. So, like usually with these videos, I generally try to. You'll hear the audio, but you're not gonna see the trailer. But I'll talk about what's going on. Like I said, I've already seen this trailer, so this isn't gonna be like a. I guess it's kind of a reaction, but I've already seen the trailer, so it's not gonna be like that kind of reaction. Um, I guess I'll give quick thoughts on the trailer itself before we actually go into it. It's not bad. It has stuff in it that definitely has me intrigued. I like we're going back to an island. I do like the it's giving Lost World tones. I like that the T Rex is scary again, and it's not Rexy. This is a different Rex. I like that they're trying to have the Rex be scary and they are adapting. I don't like that they announced it, but I kind of get why they announced it. That there's gonna be a river scene, which, if you remember the book, there's a river scene where the T Rex is chasing a group of people down a river side. So they're basically gonna be doing that here. Obviously it's gonna be different, but I do like that they're doing that. They're trying to make the Rex scary again. Same with the Raptor. You don't see the raptor, but you hear that, you see its feet, and they're trying to make the raptor scary again, which I like. So, but the dumb element, and I'm gonna get to it when we get to that part of the trailer, the stupid mutation that they're doing, and I understand they have trying to explain this is like an attempt, their first attempt at a dinosaur, and that's what this is supposed to be. But I'm kind of tired of the super dinosaurs, the hybrids, the mutations. I like the Indominus Rex. Don't get me wrong. I think that was a good idea. It at least looked like a dinosaur. But my beef, granted, we haven't seen the whole thing, but you see it like twice, like a full, like somewhat full shot of its face, twice in the trailer. And I'm like, it doesn't look like a dinosaur. It just straight up looks like a monster. Something out of like either Kong. I've seen Kong Skull Island, or just something from Skull Island in general, or fucking I've even seen Resident Evil, and I kind of agree. It looks more like a monster than a dinosaur, and I don't love that. I'm because whatever my issues with Dominion it was nice not having like a hybrid. It was nice just having dinosaurs again, and I wanted this for this film. I wanted that for this film, and it's just disappointing. I'm there better not be like a fight in the end, and I'm worried that this is gonna be like the main antagonist of the whole film, and it probably is gonna be. It. I don't. I wanted just regular dinosaurs. Honestly, I think you're doing too much. I don't understand why we have to have this in the movie. It's not needed. But everything else, I'll be honest, looks decent. So I'm definitely gonna give this one a shot. I was gonna watch it anyway. I'm a Jurassic guy, so I was gonna watch it anyway. But I'm definitely hoping this. I have I'm cautiously optimistic. Dominion really did damage to the franchise in a way, like, even for me, making me like, it destroyed. Because I'll be honest, I liked what they were doing. At least the first two. I like World. Fallen Kingdom had problems, and the problems don't help when Dominion really fucks up when the ending there. And I think it, in a way, does fuck up that trilogy. But it just frustrating, like how Dominion just dropped the ball. And I liked the idea of the dinos getting out and dinos being in the world. I liked that idea because, that was always going to be a thing. Like, the dinos get to the mainland in the book. So I'm okay with that idea. I just don't think they ever executed it well. Dominion really did not do it any favors. So we'll see with this new one. And I guess we'll get ready to jump here in the trailer. Um, Tomorrow I'll be doing Under Siege 2. I'll be checking that out. Um, I'm hoping to see Love Hurts. I'm hoping to see it Saturday, but we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping to see it Saturday, and then Hard Eyes I may have to just see later, or I'll try to see Sunday. We'll figure it out. But that's the schedule for now. we will be back for Pin Down on Wednesday. I mean, on Sunday, Saturday. Shit. Sorry, guys. On Saturday. We'll be doing that Saturday. So subscribe to Pin Down Podcast. Links will be in the description. But I guess it's time to get into the trailer.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora.
Sorry, guys. My freaking TV. Restart. Anyway, guys, let's get into the trailer.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora.
So they introduced ScarJo.
Sorry, what mission?
And
This would be a medical breakthrough.
I think Jonathan Bailey's the guy.
It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the
say,
planet. Oh my God.
I like the look of the film.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. More or less. More or
The only
less.
problem, and even my friend Calman pointed this out, I don't really, you can notice that ScarJo's kind of phoning it in, but this is something I've noticed whenever I've seen ScarJo outside of Marvel. She's kind of just phoned it in. Like, I think she more just cares about Black Widow. I don't know, maybe, and I get it. That's a character she's played for a long time, so I understand. But it's clearly, but I don't necessarily think it will ruin the film. Hopefully the Jonathan Bailey's character will be good. He's gonna be like the scientist guy, which that's fine. I like the aesthetic of
You're the
it.
best. That movie, things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
We'd love to work Barbados, avoid government patrol, but not that many anymore.
I love that Mahershala Ali did a whole Jurassic Park movie before he even did Blade. He did a whole Jurassic movie before he did Blade. Keep in mind, Blade was announced in like 2019 or 2020. It was announced 5-6 years ago, and he did a whole Jurassic Park movie before he even did Blade. That's funny to me. Anyway.
Why's that?
No one's dumb enough to
This
go
is going to be
with
my quick prediction with this character. I think he's going to be the one that fucks him over. I think he's going to, either Biosyn or even someone in InGen, he's going to be the mole. I think he's going to be the bad guy. Because they gotta always have someone human antagonists in the movie. So I think it's going to be him. I think he's going to fuck him over somehow. But we'll see.
Gone.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
Two-headed raptors, so they're in like some lab. That could be a cool scene.
Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
This could be a cool scene.
Maybe we should make it quick.
So we see a Quetzalcoatlus is what it's called. It's a type of pterosaur. It's like the biggest one. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cool to finally see it in a movie. Because I think it was even teased in like one of the earlier Jurassic trailers, and they just never had it in a movie. Don't get me wrong, I like seeing pterodons, and that they're the most, what you think pterodactyl is common, they're the ones you think of when you see these flying reptiles. But it's kind of cool to see a Quetzalcoatlus, and it looks good. The effects look good. Like, honestly, I will say, the one thing, as much as I think the first Jurassic World is the best one of the trilogy, it had the worst effects. Because I think they went overly CGI. As some of the issues I have with the last two, they definitely went more practical, and they had more practical dinosaurs and stuff. And I think they're continuing that here. But I like the aesthetic of the movie. The movie that's the one thing that is really having me intrigued. But I guess I'll like it.
These dinosaurs would be too dangerous for the original park. Please don't say they're raptors.
This scene is gonna be cool.
The worst of the worst.
So there's a there's a shot.
These dinosaurs are too dangerous for the original park.
Yeah, there's a shot of the raptor like clinking its on the floor. I do like that they're trying to make the raptors scary again. That is the one thing I really think the Jurassic World trilogy really dropped the ball with, that and the T-Rex. And I'm gonna say that more when we get to the Rex part of it. But it is cool to see that they're trying to make them feel like scary again. Because one of the things we talked about when you think of the scary aspects of that first Jurassic, I would even say the second too, is the T-Rex, but also the raptor. Like that kitchen scene or even just the scene in the where they get the power, where Ellie had to go get the power, like where the raptor, when you first see the raptor like on screen, and obviously the kitchen scene, but even like the long grass scene in the Lost World, like the raptor was scary. It like, because as scary as the T-Rex is, you can kind of go hide under somewhere. And even then, there's also the aspect that it's kind of a quick death because it swallows you whole. The raptor is brutal. And I've always felt like the Jurassic World show, I get what they were going for with the whole trained raptors thing, but I felt like what you took away and you sacrificed is you made them less scary and they became almost superheroes. It just became uber like a Marvel movie. And I'm hoping that this movie does not do that. I'm hoping we're kind of trying to go back to the roots. Even just trying. Even if it's not perfect, if you just try. I want to get some scary raptor scenes. Because they tried it with the Atrociraptors in Dominion and it just did not work. They weren't scary. You only saw them for like a couple of scenes and they were done. I think it was like 1 or 2 scenes. You had like a chase scene. They killed a couple people. And it wasn't even really that scary. So, anyways, back to the trailer.
The worst of the worst.
Oh, here we go.
We're left here.
I'm trying to get a shot.
The worst of the worst. We're left here.
Okay. This is the mutation that supposedly is supposed to be a mix of the like it's supposed to be like a T-Rex, a Rancor, and apparently a Xenomorph. When I heard this, it's like, why? This is the one thing that I think potentially could bring the movie down. I'm gonna say it. This is like the Romulus hybrid thing from there. That wasn't needed. You already have Xenomorphs. You don't need to have the hybrid thing. Okay, that's Alien. But even going back to this, I want dinosaurs. I don't need the hybrids and the mutations anymore. I get what they're trying to go for, that this is like supposed to be a botched thing, but this looks like it's bigger than a T-Rex. I just think it's stupid. You don't need this in the movie. It's like getting to a point you're almost subtly saying you don't need dinosaurs anymore. We have these monsters. It's getting to a point where it's becoming a monster movie and not. This is something that should be in like a Kong movie, not a Godzilla movie. I mean, not a Jurassic movie. This is something that should be in like Skull Island. It almost looks like the Skull Crawlers, honestly. It's like, why? Why do we need this in a Jurassic film? I just want dinosaurs. And I'm worried now that the T-Rex needs to be uber early on, and this is going to be the bulk of the main antagonist of the movie, because there's no way this is just going to be like one scene. And even if you look at it, if you actually watch it in the trailer, it looks like a Xenomorph. And I don't need this shit, man. I like the Indominus, but at least the Indominus and even the Indoraptor, they look like dinosaurs somewhat still. This doesn't even look like a dinosaur. This is just straight up a monster. I would have rather you don't need this in the movie. If the most I can hope for is it's in like the last 10 minutes, and that the bulk of the movie is going to be mainly the regular dinosaurs and your regular predators. But it's also part of me, it's like, you already have scary predators, and there's dinosaurs you've not even introduced to the franchise yet, at least in the movies. Yeah, you have some in your games that you haven't even brought in the movies. You know, a car, you know, already did a Giganotosaurus. Try it again. Do another Giganotosaurus. You haven't really given the Allosaurus a try. An Allosaurus can be fucking scary. We haven't really seen that. And I understand it's not, we haven't seen it, so it doesn't mean it could still be in the movie, but I want, there's other giant like predators. A Crontosaurus, which is a variant of the Giganotosaurus. Like, there's a bunch of dinosaurs you could do that we haven't seen yet, especially in the carnivore side of it. And you don't need to bring in a hybrid or a mutation or whatever this is. All right, I think I've gone long enough about that. Let's keep going.
We put ourselves
They
in
do show a dialogue. Yeah, so they show a Dilophosaurus, which that's cool. I like that they're heating, because a lot of people have complained about the lack of a Dilophosaurus, and I'm one of them, because it's like, this is like one of the things we've talked about, like, when you think of that first movie, outside of the T-Rex and the Raptor, the other dinosaur, that, you know, the Brachiosaurus, so that's the first one you see, but in terms of Predator, that Dilo, and it's never really, there was a toy for the Lost World for the Dilo, but it wasn't in the movie. And it wasn't in 3. Even the funny thing is, it had a toy for there was a toy for it in 3, but then it wasn't in the movie. And then it wasn't in 4. I mean, I think it was in World, but you saw a hologram of it, and then you heard it in Fallen Kingdom. So they're finally bringing it on screen. So it's cool that it's going to be used again. I'm hoping this isn't the only scene, but it looks good. So just want to make that observation.
We put ourselves in a place we
Oh, here we go. Yeah, so there's a shot of the T-Rex trying to get them in the river. So that's going to be cool, because that's from the book. And this is a different looking T-Rex. I do like that, because that's another one that I feel like the T-Rex has just become a superhero. Almost like Godzilla in the MonsterVerse film. There's just a superhero, not even a like monster anymore. Like, if you go back to that first Jurassic, the T-Rex kind of happened to save him. You know? It was only going there because it wanted to get food, because it was smelling food. Because they saw the raptors as food. So that's all it was. It wasn't like it was there to save them. And I feel like there was a little bit of that in the first Jurassic World, where I still felt like it was just because it saw the Indominus as a rival. Because realistically, that would happen. So, but like in Fallen Kingdom, and especially in Dominion, it wasn't an animal anymore. It was a borderline a superhero, you know, where it's just there to save the day. So I'm liking that we're kind of trying to go back to making the T-Rex scary, because that T-Rex scene in the breakout scene, or the Rex family in Lost World, like, especially the scene with Eddie Carr. Like, if you want a scary T-Rex scene, that moment where Eddie Carr's trapped in the car and you got 2 T-Rexes on the side of it. So I'm hoping that this river scene will be that. And I'm hoping we get more, too. I'm hoping this isn't the only scene with the T-Rex. I'm hoping there's, like, more. Because I do want to see the T-Rex be scary. So I'm hoping we're trying to go back to that. And like I said, I'm hoping that fucking mutation shit that they're doing is, like the Giganotosaurus really only did shit in, like, the last 10 minutes of the movie. So if that's what it is again, I'm okay with that. It's still stupid, but if it's like the last 10 minutes of the movie, even 15, fine. But I don't want it to be like in it, like, I don't want it to be like the Indominus Rex, which is like pretty much throughout the movie. Because if it is, then fuck. Because to be honest, because then it's not a dinosaur movie anymore. At this point, it's just a movie with dinosaurs, but the main antagonist is this mutation that looks like something out of, like, that should be on Skull Island or Resident Evil or Doom or something else. It's a monster. It's not a dinosaur. I At least the Indominus Rex and even the Indoraptor look like dinosaurs. You know? I just don't feel. If it's the last 10 minutes, I can tolerate it. But if it's more than that, I'm going to be low-key disappointed. So, anyway, let's keep watching.
Survival is a long shot.
What the hell are those?
They're helping the mosasaur.
Defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
So they have the scene they're on is they're on a boat and they're being stalked by a couple of Spinosauruses and a Mosasaur. And the Spinosaurus, I will say right now, looks more accurate Spinosauruses. It's not like the one from the third one, which to me confirms that the one from the third one was like a hybrid. It was like a genetically modified one, because that's always been a theory, because it was almost the size of a T-Rex. It was huge. These ones look more like paleo accurate, which I'm okay with. I saw some people complain that it's not the one from the third one. I'm okay with that. Like, in my mind, I'm okay with that one being dead. At least it's a Spinosaurus, and the way I see it, I don't think they're gonna be in the movie much anyway. I think this is gonna be like probably when they're on the boat on the way to the island. This is what this looks like. So I will say it's cool that to see Spinosaurus back in general in the movie. And they did bring back the version from the third one in a show called Camp Cretaceous. I didn't watch it, but I watched that part, and you got to at least see it again, so I'm okay with that. I don't need to see that version in the film. I'm okay with that one just being done. It was cool to see, but you have Spinosauruses in this. It's more accurate, but it's still a Spinosaurus, so I'm okay. This looks cool, though. I want to see that part again.
Defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
I'm hoping there's not a lot of Marvel movies. That's the other problem. Especially if there's a Mosasaur. So that was cool. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the trailer there. I think mostly it was good. The only beef I have is really that mutation hybrid thing. I just don't know why that's there. I don't need that shit in a Jurassic film. I just want dinosaurs. You already have a bunch of predators you haven't even used yet. A Carcharodontosaurus, I think is what it's called. That's another, like, big theropod they have not used. Just use those. Use that. Bring that in the movie. I'm just frustrated that they want to use this stupid mutation thing when it's not necessary. I'm hoping that's not like, oh, the movies that got more money were the ones with the hybrids, because World made money, like, much more. And then Fallen Kingdom, I think, made like 1.3. So I'm wondering if one of the stupid execs were like, oh, the ones with the hybrids made money. I can believe that happened. It felt forced. There was no need for it. I was hoping it was just going to be returned to form, just dinosaurs. There's a bunch of a Carnotaurus. There was a Carnotaurus in Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, but I really felt like it wasn't used to its full potential. So why not use it there? Or even an Allosaurus. I just think there's a bunch of other predators you could use outside of this stupid hybrid shit. I just think, like I said, if it's the last 10 minutes of the movie, fine. That is the most I'm hoping. I don't want any more than that, because if it's like a bulk of the film, if it's an antagonist like the Indominus, where it's like throughout the movie, then I'm going to be heavily disappointed. And it's probably going to really sour me on the movie. Because right now, this is giving me Romulus hybrid vibes that they just this time put it in the trailer. There's no need for this. I don't know why. It's dumb. It's just tacked on almost. Because there's good stuff in, like the Spinosauruses were cool. The Quetzalcoatlus was cool. That T-Rex scene, I'm hoping is like a decent length. and I'm hoping we actually see more of the T-Rex, and I'm hoping like they're trying to make the raptors scary again, like things like that. I'm like, okay, but then you want to throw in this hybrid shit, mutation thing that's not needed. I was kind of hoping we were done with that part of the franchise. Ugh. And well, the other thing I haven't mentioned, the island that they're on is not Nublar. It's I don't think it's Sorna either. Part of me thinks it's gonna be Site C, which there is a Site C. They just if you gotta like pay attention to a lot of like other Jurassic content because they don't mention it really in the movies. This is like in the shows, games, and other media, other Jurassic media. Like it's one of those things you gotta like. That's what I'm thinking. This island is. It's Site C, or the 5 deaths, and I'm thinking it's one of those 5 islands, and I'm thinking that's what this is. But there's some good things in here, so I'm not negative. I'll be honest. I'm a bit more positive than where I was earlier in the week, where I was pretty down on it. Especially, it's just Dominion really damaged this franchise, and it just made me like, I don't trust y'all, man. But I'm cautiously optimistic, even with the stupid mutation thing. I'm hoping there's not a lot of Marvel humor either, because that was the other part I was thinking about, like, that I think kind of damaged the world films. Which, the other problem is, they should just go back to Jurassic Park. I don't understand why we're still going with the world name. It made sense with the new trilogy, but why can't this feels like a spin-off anyway. Just call it Jurassic Park. Just go back to the name that made the franchise. It makes sense to just go back to Park. I don't know if they feel like, well, the dinosaurs are in the world now, so we got to call it World. But it's like, it's Jurassic Park. Just go back to that. You're making a Jurassic Park game anyway. Get it? That's around the events of the first movie, but still, just call it Jurassic Park. I just think that's the name people know. I think they want to keep it Jurassic World because I know at Universal Universal Studios they have the river ride is now World. And I think they just don't want to go back to that, but Park is what made it. And I just think it makes sense. I don't really think it makes sense to keep calling it Jurassic World at this point. I just think might as well just go back to Jurassic Park. But other than that, this trailer was decent, and I'm a little bit more optimistic than where I was. I'm very much still cautious though, so we will see. Scarlett Johansson was definitely phoning it in. I'm hoping that doesn't negatively impact the film. If everybody else is still trying, if one character's somewhat phoning it in, it's not the end of the world. So, but there's some things I definitely like in it. I like that they're trying to make the Rex and the Raptor scary again. So I'm hoping to see those scenes once it comes out. But other than that, guys, that's my thoughts on the new Jurassic World trailer. Under Siege 2 review tomorrow. So we'll see if Seagal can carry it on his own. Because as far as I know, I don't think anybody comes back from the first one. So we'll see if he can carry it on his own. But there's no Gary Busey. There's no Tommy Lee Jones. So we'll see. But I'll be reviewing that tomorrow. And yeah, but other than that, guys, talk to y'all later. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.